Welcome to another day in the Matrix. So, today we are going to get into a question people keep asking me, which is where does XRP and XLM fit into this? And, sort of as a bonus, I'm going to show you some gematria in regards to Ethereum, but I think Ethereum deserves its own separate video. And also some of the tie ins between the four currencies: Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, and Ethereum, and how they're all being controlled by the same people. So, really quickly, we'll just get into some obvious things and how they quickly tie into it all. I'm going to go over to Gematrinator and I'm going to type in Ripple. So, first of all, we get 76. And one of the most noticeable things is this all time high, the yearly high was 76 cents. So that's pretty obvious right there. Also, the fact that the yearly high happened on a specific date, the 1st of February. So you have our yearly high of 76 cents. 76 is Ripple in the English ordinal cipher on the date 2/1, written February 1st. Which is a pretty special date because if you were to write it out, you could write it out as 1-2-21, which would be symmetrical. Or you could write it out as 2-1-21, which would be written as 21-21. So clearly an important date because the 2-1 is Jesuit, right? We know that. And of course, 2-1-2-1 added together gives you 42. So the 2-1 and 42 are really important. And it's kind of obvious, the fact that they pulled that off on that specific date. So you have 76 is Ripple, yearly high so far, 76 cents, happening on the 1st of February, written 2-1. And this day was also obviously manipulated because it had a price swing to the upside from open to close, open to top wick of 69%. And again, what's 69 equal? New World Order. And I'll get to that in a moment. But you could also use the percentages to understand how manipulated this gets. So pumped up 69%, but then from top wick to absolute bottom, the price dropped 52%. Yeah. That is obviously coordinated to hit certain prices to meet whatever code system these people operate on. The end of the day from open down to close was a 24% drop, around 24. And again, 24 reverse equals 42. Jesuit. Not entirely sure if those percentages match up with everything. What's really just key and important is the fact that this chart is absolutely disgusting looking, and they make these prices hit certain prices on certain dates. And that's why being heavily invested in these projects is really difficult unless you're a trader. But I'll get to that later. So we went over the obvious things in Ripple, right? So again, what was the yearly high in 2020? So we got right here. We got to around 79 cents on this chart. That doesn't really matter too much, but the date does. It happened on 11/24. So it happened on the 24 date. Reversed equals 42, and that is Jesuit again. And if I take from this date till this high, we get 69 days, and that is New World Order. Okay? Also, the resistance seems to be somewhere around 75 cents, and you're getting that again, 75. Also, not having a daily close above 69, and we're also getting 69. repeated on XRP time and time again. So we can't have a daily close above 69 cents, coincidentally, 69 days between. That's ironic. I moved it 666 down, but that was a mistake. So anyways, this gives you an idea of how manipulated this all is, you know? Like, I haven't played around too much with the percentages, but some of this stuff is just like super intriguing to see um, how controlled it all ends up being. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So high being on 11/24, or written backwards 24/11, 69 days apart, 69 New World Order. And one other interesting thing, I'm going to type in XRP and XLM. XLM being the ticker symbol for stellar lumens. Another one I'm getting questions about. And when I type that in, I'm just going to reload this so you could see them next to each other. XRP and XLM. And press enter. And then we're going to type in Bitcoin. Press enter. And we're going to see down here, we're getting matches. So, oh, sorry. I wrote that wrong. XRP and XLM. I wrote it wrong down here. I wrote XLP, so disregard the bottom one. But anyways, so we got 45 on XRP and XLM, 45s, 45 on Bitcoin, and we're getting the 117, right? So that's interesting that we're seeing a match here between XRP and XLM and Bitcoin with two ciphers. So keep that in mind. I think that's really interesting. Bitcoin and XRP and XLM tied together in some very weird way. Another thing is XRP alone equaling 14, and then XLM alone equaling 14, and then Ethereum with the 41. So reversed, right? And then we have XRP with 23, and XLM with 32. Again, a mirror of each other. So that's something else to keep in mind. Matches with the 14s, and then we have a mirror. Really interesting stuff. So another one that's also pretty interesting is you got Stellar. Stellar being 87, and if I go over here to CoinGecko and select price by all-time high, scroll down to Stellar, and I'm getting 87 cents as its all-time high, right? So we have 87, and its all-time high is 87. Another thing is the date that this happened on, January 3rd, which would be written 1-3 or 13, and then again, XLM equaling 13. So I think that's really interesting. Let's go ahead and also type in Stellar. And another thing we're getting is 24, which is reverse 42, coming back to Jesuit again. And another thing is we're getting 102, right? Which remove the 0, which is pretty normal in doing numerology and any of that other stuff. And you end up with 12 or reverse 21, which equals Jesuit. But then another thing that you get is when you reverse 102, you get 201, kind of like event 201, right? And the whole process of event 201, again, look, you have 69 for New World Order, you have 24 for Jesuit backwards, and that's Kobe's number, 24. Then you also have the 72 and 27, right? Which is money. So this all gets tied in. I don't even need to type in the 0, but you get what I mean. That's what I was mentioning before about the 0. See, if I type in 221 or 201, it doesn't change. But anyways, we're getting a tie-in. The New World Order orchestrates event 201 to push us into COVID-19, which leads into the quantum financial system, right? So you have 24, Kobe's number. He was buried at Corona del Mar. Helicopter crash. Anyways, you have it reversed as 42. So, of course, Kobe's a Jesuit puppet. Um, love him or hate him, I don't really give a shit. I know that his role in this all as a Prince Hall Mason is the same role everyone else in the New World Order has, which is to keep people basically blind and asleep. So we're getting the tie-in with the 72 and the 27 on event 201 in Bitcoin and also in money, okay? And of course, money and Bitcoin have they match 3 ciphers. Another really interesting one is market crash 117.45.72 and Bitcoin 72.117 and 45, matching perfectly. And remember, the market started to crash last year on the 72nd day was the bottom. So on the 72nd day, Bitcoin on Friday the 13th, hit its lowest price. Can't make this shit up. I mean, I wish I knew about this stuff a year or two ago, because the preparation for that would have been incredible. Bitcoin's sitting up over a 10x right now from those lows. Although I'm sure a human being didn't even have an opportunity to buy a sub $4,000 Bitcoin. It was probably just all algorithm bots, gobbling it all up because they created that crash on purpose. But anyways, I don't want to deviate too far. I just wanted to get back into Stellar. Being the 102, reverse event 201, right? Which ties all of this stuff back in perfectly. I mean, it's incredible how this is all fixed together. And then we have quantum financial system. We got the 88 in there. And now let's kind of use this to our understanding a little more. So we have the 88. Let's go from January 1st, which is the beginning of the Jesuit year to control humanity. So we have 88 days right here being March 30th. Huh. So the way that date would be written would be 330 or 33, which you remove the 0 and you get 33, right? What's 33? You guys know that. Okay, so we don't have to get into that. But that's really, really interesting. On the 88th day, we're getting that. And we can write that date out and see if we get anything else. I'll save this so I don't have to retype it. But we have 33, 20, 21. Oh, of course, we get 11, right? And then let's go use another one of these. Quantum financial system. Let's go for 277. Again, this might be a stretch, but how else are we going to learn, This is what scientists do, real scientists. You take data from the code system and you apply it to be able to see what could happen in the future. So we have 277 for quantum financial system in the purest cipher, and you end up with October 5th. Okay, so this is good. So October being the 10th month, right? And then you have 5. So if that was reduced down, it would be 15 and reverse 51, which is money. Or sorry, it's moon. So you got moon, 51, 15. And if I wrote that date out, of course, we come back to 11 when I write that date out. Yeah, I would guess they all are going to equal 11, right? That's how this goes. So again, Perhaps March 30th, which is coming up soon, right? Or October 5th, we could see some action happen. What would be a sooner date? 128. Let's go for that. May 9th. So I knew May would be a big month. Um, Again, May is the month that I was anticipating potentially getting close to $100,000 Bitcoin. I would definitely assume upwards of the 70s to 80,000s pretty quickly, and getting into that 100 range shouldn't be that difficult. But the long and short of it is, May, the beginning of May, especially if you guys have watched my videos, that's been a really critical time, in my opinion, for cryptocurrencies. So, anyways, let's get into the date. I mean, I can't immediately put anything together with 9-5 or 5-9. I'm not entirely sure if there's any other ciphers that I'm missing out on, but the date written out might be interesting for us. So we have 5-9-2021, and we got 91. That's interesting because I believe that is Venus, right? Or no? Yeah, I'm gonna have to revisit that one. That's very interesting, because that would just be confluence with a month that I feel like things are gonna happen. So again, I'm just feeling that. It doesn't mean that I necessarily am going to be right. We're never sure which direction these things will go in. But I mean, judging by XRP being beaten, slapped, and spit on, it's like one of the most underdog cryptos. And when it takes off, it just goes absolutely apeshit. Um, as you can see in the chart, it's just chaos. This chart makes no sense. So, yeah, let's look back a little bit into when this charade happened. I'm sure we're gonna see some important dates here with the all-time high and whatnot. Sorry, the chart is loading very, very slowly, and this video is probably getting really long. But I feel like this is interesting stuff. Oh, of course. So look, the all-time high of $3.30, right? Let's see. Here it's written $3.40, but so they pumped it up right into that range of 32 for 3-2. And the date was, of course, January 4th, 41, which is XRP, 1-4. So on the 1-4 date, they hit an all-time high of around $3.20. Of course, this is different on every other chart. It's impossible to find the exact all-time high because of leverage trading and yada yada yada. So essentially, though, we can call that at 33. On this chart, it was $3.31, which is $3.30 basically. So that's 33, and of course, 33. We know what that means. So they hit 33 on the 4-1 date or the 1-4 date. And this is obviously manipulated, because how the fuck is something going to move up 1,200% in 23 days and then be in a continued bear market forever? Anyone who wants to argue that with me needs to grow up. These XRP maxis, they don't get it. This is all about manipulation to get this price to pump. Now, if I was making a portfolio for somebody, I would absolutely include, 4 or 5% XRP, because I see that it pumps like this. And what if it goes to $12? I'm not saying it's going to go to $12, but what if it goes to $12? I mean, that's going to catch a lot of people off guard. What if it goes to $2.20 again? That's a massive return, and then it would overtake a lot of people's market cap in that move. So anyways, I don't want to get off the rails. We went over a lot in this video, discussing Ripple, discussing XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin's ties to it, um, and then also a little bit of Ethereum. Probably make a video in a couple weeks about Ethereum. As for like price action right now, things are just ranging. You know, I told everyone yesterday in my video the idea behind the 21 EMA and how when we close above the 21 EMA, which is what we did yesterday, I don't really care. You know, this idea that because we closed above the 21 that we're not going to close lower again. You know, just because technical analysis tells you something doesn't mean it's going to happen. So maybe I'm wrong and maybe we just have a small correction today and then blast off up to new highs. But I'm pretty sure that the fractal analysis that I'm doing of having another bottom, at least another bottom down below 45 again, is more than likely. Um, Anything in between there is just manipulation. But why is the price down 2% right now when we closed the daily yesterday with a new higher high in the structure and above the 21 on the second daily closure? You know what I'm saying? So it's like these technical analysis people, like they're great and all, but they're missing ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Really, what I want to see is closures above the 8 EMA on the 3 day. Now that's where you start getting some blast off mode. So until we start getting that, people just gotta chill with this 21-day EMA shit. This is macro. You know, you have to get the big picture. And if you do the fractal analysis that I teach in my mastermind and the Wyckoff, you're going to be able to learn a lot from that because you can tie that into the Gematria and everything else and get when we start to break out of structure, you can be able to predict highs and when we're going to top out. And with that, that's very crucial because then when we top out, you have the expectation of where we'll fall to, which a lot of people they just get completely blindsided by bullish or bearishness, and the emotional sentiment is what kicks in, and that emotion is what really drags people down. Sometimes indicators are your worst friend because indicators are lagging first and foremost. They don't have anything to do with the New World Order's plans. They can drag this whole market down tomorrow if they wanted to, right? So you can't sleep on this stuff. Indicators are great. I like when people like try to do patterns and draw trend lines and this, that, and the third, but ultimately that's cult shit. That's just getting people to get suckered in. And in reality, people need to learn the dates. And I'm not talking about CME and backed expiring and all that trash. That's nonsense. I'll give people a secret. The reason why people think that CME and backed is creating dumps near the end of the month or the middle of the month or whatever, no, they're not. The moon cycle is creating those dumps because the people who control this market are astrologers. In the middle of the month, you have a new moon. At the end of the month, you have full moons. Okay? That's why they happen the way they happen. It's numerology and astrology. Back then CME and all that shit, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, I don't want to get like I don't want to like shit on people's analysis if you guys follow other people that talk about that kind of stuff, but I'm just letting you know right now, like these people that run the show, that's what they're interested in. And you could see it. This whole video, I just showed you how the Gematria breaks down into all these all-time highs and certain prices on certain dates and etc. So keep your guard up. Don't let all these indicators get in your way. Again, I have a mastermind where I break down all of this content, making 4 videos a week, have up to 60 videos right now, have tons of people in it. And I'm trying to get more people on board so that we could help educate people and get through the rest of this bull run without making bad choices. So anyways, I'll leave my information down in the description box. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And perhaps on Monday, I'll make a new video and discuss how the weekly close went and just some follow-up analysis on the markets. Until then, peace.